today we have the Mystery Tackle Box Topwater Blast Box. This bad girl ran me $49.99 at my local Shields. I'm intrigued. I've opened up a couple of these on the channel. As always, we'll be giving it away. All you gotta do is like, comment. We'll do the giveaway 2 weeks from now. So we'll do the giveaway, announce the giveaway winner August 30th. All you gotta do, like, comment on this video. Also, if this video hits 100 likes, which it could, these videos usually do fairly decent, I will buy another one and catch a bass on every lure on the new box that I get. But yeah, we got the Mystery Tackle Box, Topwater Blast Box, Fishing Tackle Kit. There's no number on this box. I know some of the Mystery Tackle Boxes I've opened before have a number, so you can kind of tell like what you're getting. This one doesn't have that, but this is straight scientific. This is straight scientific research right here, doing the Lord's work. What we're gonna do is open up everything in here. Like I said, this thing cost me 50 bucks plus tax, so probably like $53, and figure out how much every lure in here is worth. I'm also gonna give my opinion and you know, kind of what I want to see out of a box like this. Obviously topwater, it better be topwater. But like a frog, whopper plopper, that's mostly what I throw topwater. I'm trying to think of, you know, maybe some cool stuff like a snake. I've seen mouse lures. There's a lot of stuff you can throw topwater, some pretty unique stuff. So 50 bucks, let's open this bad girl up and see what's inside and see how much it's all worth. Boom. Box inside a box. Alright, switch over to this camera. Here she is. Okay, so you got the little measuring contest. They do this with all the Mystery Tackle boxes. Right off the bat, I can see we have a nice frog here that is for some reason in two forms of plastic, but it's a nice up close. This is called the Thumper frog. This is the Toad Thumper, my bad. But there is that Thumper frog. Nice size to it, big frog, but big frog can mean big bass, so. Okay, up next we got the Ducket Pro Driven Popper. So this is just obviously topwater, but a little plopper. Just, you know, when you're casting that bad girl out, giving your rod little jerks, it's gonna ploop, ploop, ploop. That gets the fish all fired up, but too solid. Oh, and I should mention too, this frog is actually, it has a plopper mouth. So same thing, that kind of concaved mouth that's on this lure is also on the frog, which I like. I've caught actually my biggest bass on a plopper frog, so they work super well. Frogs already work well. I mean, can't go wrong with a plopper frog. All right, so we got Three Brothers bait, buzz bait. Granted, the more used to fishing you are, you can kind of fish a spinner bait almost like a topwater or through pretty heavy weeds if you know kind of what you're doing. But I wouldn't say this is a topwater bait. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong here, but every spinner I've used is maybe close to the top of the surface if you're reeling faster, rod tip up, but this would be in the water, not really top water. Super solid bait, use them all the time, catch a lot of fish on these, but I wouldn't say this is top water at all, to be honest. I guess I didn't even, did it say anywhere how much I get for, like how many lures I'm supposed to have? I threw the box, of course. A little late on this, but it does say I'm supposed to get 5 to 7 awesome items, top brands from around the world. So far I haven't seen any super recognizable brands. I could be wrong there, but not that I recognize personally. We got a topwater slider. So I mean, I think the name kind of tells you everything you need to know there, but guy will sit on top, and I'm guessing it's got some kind of like need to sneeze. So I'm guessing this is similar to a like spook, where you're gonna be sitting right on top of the water. It's swimming like this, you know, kind of giving that swimming action as you jerk the rod. Pause. This is interesting. This is something I've never seen before, but it's basically got that buzz bait, you know, same blade that's on this guy on a whopper plopper, just to give it that extra action. That's super interesting. It's called the Proper Buzz 6.5 inch. What's the brand? G-Rat Baits. That thing actually, I'd be really curious to fish with that. I feel like that would drive northerns nuts. It looks kind of crazy, but that could be a super sweet lure to fish with. I kind of like that personally. Never seen that before. That's kind of what you want out of these mystery tackle boxes. Boom! Most expensive thing in the box right here. Stickers going on the table. I'll give you the lures, but I'm keeping the stickers. It's a fair trade. And then last but not least, we just have some, it must be floating if it's topwater, but just some like frog plastics here. Put these on a Texas rig hook. It could definitely, yeah, basically just frogs. No shit. But throw a Texas rig hook on these. It has a little slot for them, if you can see there. That way you could throw this thing just about anywhere. And it says they're super scented, so who knows? They might. I bet you catch a lot of bass on these, you know, if you're in the right spot, deep in the lily pads. This could be a lot of fun. Oh, they give you a little QR code to show you how to use your baits, I believe. Scan this doohickey with your phone's camera to get them. Yeah, so little instructional video, which is, I actually kind of like this. Maybe I'll watch it quick. Why not? But like, I feel like a lot of this mystery tackle box stuff is marketed towards new fishermen, which is good, you know? Like, maybe you don't have a tackle box full of lures you're super confident in, then I would actually recommend buying one of these. You don't have to buy the giant ones, but just something to give you some good options in your tackle box, because I gotta imagine for a new fisherman, walking into a big fishing section is just like, where do you even start? Because I walk in there and I go in there for one thing, leave with 5, so could be good. It did the work for me. No way. So I scanned that little thing and it showed me my my exact tackle box. So we got the Proper Buzz bait, we got the buzz bait, the frog, I don't know if you can see this well, but the plopper, and it's got all the prices listed. I'm gonna double check them all, but holy tamale, that just made my life easy. All right, so what I'm gonna do is, it gave me the list of all the lures with prices. I'm gonna jot that total down and then look up each lure individually to see what the actual like prices are selling for right now is, because you can't always trust this kind of stuff. A lot of times stuff that gets thrown in here is kind of weirder, like one-off tackles, lures, just because they don't really sell that well. So it's a good way to get rid of product, move product I should say, that isn't flying off the shelves, because you're probably not going to see like you know, Evo tungsten chatterbait in your mystery tackle box. You're probably not going to see like, you know, the Berkeley pad destroyer or whatever it's called in your tackle box. You're going to see the Toad Thumper that, you know, I don't even know what the brand is. Toad Thumper Lure Co. Come get you some. So it's not saying they're bad lures, I'm just saying that's, I feel like a lot of times why this became a thing, these mystery tackle boxes. It's not as much for the experience of opening a mystery tackle box, it's more for the experience of get this shit sold. So I'll add these tallies up off the little barcode I scanned, and then I'll look them up one by one. The numbers are in. Okay, so the proper buzz bait here is right at $15. Probably my favorite bait, unique bait out of this box. I would actually really like to fish with this for some pike, and I'm sure you could catch some nice bass on it too. So the Three Brothers buzz bait comes in at $9. Solid bait. Like I said, it is Topwater. I looked it up. I'm wrong here. I was thinking more of a spinner bait, so don't eat me alive in the comments for that. I just don't ever really fish with the actual buzz bait. Use a lot of spinners, but this is a Topwater lure. I stand corrected. Google told me so. And that came in at $9. It's confusing. I have two prices here. I'm telling you the actual price you could find it for online, not what Mystery Tackle Box had it listed at. So then we have the Toad Thumper. I guess it's called a walking frog with that plopper mouth. This guy came right in at $10. So solid frog, nice and big. Could definitely hook into some big bass on that. So we have the Ducket Pro Driven Popper. That guy's right at $10, which another solid topwater bait here. It's that motion that makes the popping noise and gets the fish all fired up. Okay, up next we have the Bayou Bullfrogs. These are super scented, coming in right at like $4 to $6. We'll just go right in the middle and say $5. Yeah, $5 for these guys. Last but not least, we have the Topwater Slider. This guy's $8. I actually have seen it. So they had it listed at $8 on the little scan thing, but there's some stores like Shields that have it marked up to 10. So we'll say $9, yeah, $9. And then as I was looking online for these prices, it was the frogs and this popper here. So Carl's is a shop. Parent company is Ketchco, but Ketchco owns Carl's and Mystery Tackle Box, and probably more, but I know about those two. So when I was looking online for these, it actually said out of stock at Carl's, which is weird, being that this is basically a Carl's, Mystery Tackle. It's not weird actually at all, but they're definitely just trying to get rid of these in these boxes. The other ones, I couldn't really find them on the Carl's website, but I thought it was interesting that they had these two lures in the box. And I also think these are predetermined, not random at all, because I've seen it before where I've opened multiple Mystery Tackle boxes and they have the same exact lures in a different box. So these two for sure are like, we're not selling at Carl's. Okay, throw them in the Topwater box. Boom. Now they're out of stock. Incredible how that works. Our grand total was, so Mystery Tackle Box had it listed online as $60. Our grand total was $57. Really not that different. Different stores put different stuff on sale. You can usually find a better deal online anyways. So $57 was our grand total. Box cost me, I think, $53 after tax. So fair market value, I guess. My favorite thing that I would actually probably fish with the most is a frog. You just can't go wrong with a frog. I like this. I think it's cool. Would it absolutely hammer him? Probably not. It's a fairly large lure. I would feel like you'd be more likely to catch bass, or not bass, pike on this. I feel like this was just kind of dumpster trash. They wanted to offload. Then they threw in some goodies here. This one actually, so this was $15. This was $10. So these are some fairly expensive lures they threw in here. Nothing looks bad quality. If I'm going to be honest, the cheapest looking lure is probably the plopper, but they don't need to be anything special. They just need to basically make a lot of noise. If you're fishing for bass, they'll bite almost anything. So $57, I would give this box a, like, I lost my train of thought there, but I'd give this box overall like a 7. I think the frog, you can never go wrong with the frog. This is cool. The little plopper, I mean, it's gonna catch fish, so can't really complain about that. This is cool. I think this would be fun to fish with too. Little slider topwater bait. Get you that almost spook action. Buzz bait, don't cancel me. And then these frogs, which I mean, it's about everything you could want. I couldn't really think of anything I'd rather add into here. I do think it was interesting that the frogs and the popper aren't even available online at the literal company where you would purchase it from. But I'm not that surprised. So don't forget, leave a comment. On the 30th, I'll be shipping this out to one of you. I'll make a YouTube short where I put everyone who commented on a wheel. We'll spin the wheel and see who wins, and I'll ship it to you for free. Thank you guys so much for 1,000 subscribers. I know I haven't been posting like crazy. Life's been super busy, self-employed now, which has been a super big blessing, but also being your own boss comes with work a lot. Work all the time. It's super fun, but no, I do love it. Thank you guys for 1,000 subs. Trying to get some fishing videos going here, so this is something to hold you over, but got some big ones planned up, so trying to work on that too. Anyways, August 30th, leave your comment, follow, subscribe. I didn't even say subscribe. Subscribe, you gotta subscribe to win too. Hope you're watching to the end, but subscribe, like, comment. August 30th, I will put a winner on YouTube Shorts on my channel. Ship it out to one of you guys. Super solid stuff. It'd be really fun to fish with these. I mean, just about anywhere. But thank you guys so much. I will see you in the next one. Peace.